Dynamic self-actualization is defined as the deliberate variation of your positive or negative self and vice versa in reaction to a favorable or unfavorable environment to achieve common needs, wants, desire, goals, and well-being, or to satisfy personal ambition, motives, and agendas respectively. The magnitude of dynamic self-actualization are high dynamic self-actualization, fairly high dynamic self-actualization, average dynamic self-actualization, below average dynamic self-actualization, and low dynamic self-actualization. These categories represent the varying level of influence of the dynamic dimension on an individual's self-actualization. High dynamic self-actualization indicates a high influence. Fairly dynamic self-actualization suggests a fairly high influence. Average dynamic self-actualization represents a neutral or average influence. Below average dynamic self-actualization implies a below average or fairly low influence, and low dynamic self-actualization signifies a low influence on self-actualization. High dynamic self-actualization, code HDSA. In this category, the dynamic dimension has a significant influence on an individual's self-actualization. It suggests that the external factors and environmental conditions play a substantial role in driving self-actualization. Fairly high dynamic self-actualization, code FDSA, indicates that the dynamic dimension has a fairly high influence on self-actualization. While not as dominant as in high dynamic self-actualization, external factors still exert a notable impact on an individual's journey towards self-actualization. Neutral dynamic self-actualization, code EDSA, represents a neutral or an average level of influence. It suggests a balance between internal factors and external influences in shaping self-actualization. Below average dynamic self-actualization, code BDSA. In this category, the dynamic dimension has a below average or fairly low influence on self-actualization. Self-actualization may be more driven by internal factors, and external factors have a relatively modest impact. 5. Low dynamic self-actualization, code LDSA, signifies a low influence of the dynamic dimension on self-actualization. In this case, self-actualization is primarily determined by internal factors, and external factors have minimal influence. These frameworks provide a structured way to understand the varying degree to which external environmental factors impact on an individual's journey towards self-actualization. It acknowledges the complex interplay between internal motivation and external circumstances in the pursuit of personal growth and fulfillment.